Hi everyone, welcome to my latest Yankee candle video, and today I've got some new candles to talk about, and it's 3 of the 4 new Coastal Living collection just released in the UK. There's probably going to be tens of thousands of these appearing all over the place over the next few days, as it's recently been sold as a today's special value item on QVC, and they sold out yesterday. So loads of people are going to be getting these, but I've got mine already, so I'm going to do a video review, and of course it's here for posterity. Burning alongside me here today, I always like to try and have a candle on while I'm doing a video review, is the lovely Lavender. This is the first burn actually of lavender. I've used French lavender quite a few times in the past, which is really nice, and also blue lavender, which came out as part of a garden collection a few years ago in a tumbler. This is my first burn of lavender, and it's lovely. It's really strong. It's throwing itself all over the house, which is great. And I was actually quite surprised when I looked up the scent notes to find that it's got 9 different scent notes in it. It smells of pure lavender, so using the sort of complexity of 9 scent notes, including herbs and rosemary and thyme and stuff like that, to bring out the true fresh lavender in your hand feel, and it's lovely. The whole house smells of lavender, so it's great. Highly recommended if you haven't got it already. Anyway, on to the stars of the show, and it's the brand new Coastal Living collection, 3 of the 4. The one missing, which wasn't part of this deal from QVC that I bought, was Driftwood, which I haven't even smelt yet, so I can't talk about that, but it does look like it's going to be something I really like. And for those that aren't aware, there's also a couple of special add-ons, Beach Waves and Shoreline, which aren't officially part of the range, but they look and feel like this range, and they are available exclusively from Yankee Candle, either online or in official Yankee Candle stores only. Like, for example, the one in London in Brent Cross, and not in Yankee retailers, Yankee official stores, so that's those ones. Anyway, on to these 3, so very excited about these because I haven't been buying many new candles, as I said in my last video review, but I've gone auto delivery on these, which means that I'll be getting all of the new scents this year, well, 3 of the 4 from each collection anyway, and then we'll see where we go from there, because I've just got so many candles, and possibly going to be moving at some point in the not too distant future, so got to keep the numbers down until we move at least. So anyway, let's start, no further ado. Sea Air. There we go. Now this is a strange one picture wise, because I looked at that label on TV and even on the website, and it's not the best Yankee label anyway, but it looked to me like it was clouds and blue sky and a bit kind of nothingness. It's actually just a kind of, it's not the best label ever. I think it's a really bad Photoshop job, Yankee Candle. It's the sea, and they've tinted the sea spray with a blue kind of rinse. It doesn't look very authentic, but it's actually the sea spray on the sea, but the sea's a different colour to the sea spray. So whoever did the Photoshop job on this, it's not the best Yankee Candle label, that one, but a little bit of atmosphere. But the most important thing, of course, is the scent. So let's have a... It's absolutely lovely, thank goodness. It's similar to, it's a strange one this, because we've been sniffing around all of our candles, and I did a few blind tests. It doesn't really smell like too many of the blue ones, although it's got a little bit of similarity. But Floral, Exotic Bloom, which is a floral that came out in America a couple of years ago, it's like a softer version of that. So it gives you that calming, it's not like the Crashing Sea of the label. It's like calming sea air with a touch of floral in it, but nothing too heady. It's very calming, very relaxing, very clean. I can imagine it be quite beautiful. So very elegant sea air, and it definitely has that kind of light sea spray element about it, but not too much. So that's sea air. Now this one, Garden by the Sea, wouldn't have been one I'd have chosen. But number one, the label looks too similar to Riviera Escape to me, and I wondered if it was going to be a similar type of fragrance, but it couldn't be more different to Riviera Escape scent-wise. And wax-wise, it's a strong pink. I'm not very good on colours, like most men. There's like 8 colours, aren't there? But I know in the colour palette there's probably 100 different ones. But it's like a salmony pink, is it? Am I clever enough then? It's probably a dark salmony pink, but there we go. That's the best guess you'll get from me. Garden by the Sea, lovely label, even though it's a bit similar to Riviera Escape. And the candle, not what I was expecting at all. It's a very sweet floral. And before you jump on it, and if you haven't got this yet and you think, oh no, not another sweet floral, because a lot of the Yankee florals over the last few years have been like florals with loads of fruit chucked in them, and I must admit they get a bit old to me. But Garden by the Sea is a pure floral. Doesn't really have much of the sea element. I can't pick that up. It's very, very floral, and it's very, very sweet. It's very, very almost sickly sweet, but because they're florals, it doesn't really matter too much. It's full of freesia and lily of the valley and other sweet florals, and that really comes through. The most similar one I can think of, again from the Garden Time collection, which I already mentioned earlier, a couple of years ago, they did one called Sweet Pink, because it almost smells like the colour of the candle, which might sound silly, but it's a very sweet floral without being candy-like, without being fruity. Yeah, I don't know if I'd have bought this if I hadn't bought it from set 3, but it's going to be interesting, and again, it's got quite a lot of notes in it, so a lot more might come out when it burns, that one. So it's interesting, Garden by the Sea. And last but definitely not least, now this, my favourite place in the world, looks just like that label, and I'm going back there in a couple of weeks' time actually. But that is just the perfect label for me, and I thought this jar would be up my alley, and I'm so glad that the scent doesn't disappoint. Let's have a coastal living. It just smells like coastal living. It's fresh, it's fragrant, it's like a waft of wind of the grasses and the florals as you walk down to the beach on a crisp day with the sea salt in the air. It's absolutely lovely, this one. Touch of the, maybe I'm picking up a bit of like the turquoise sky kind of feel that I haven't really picked up from before. It's lovely. It's really, really fragrant, and definitely my favourite of the 3, I think. But I do like it. So just to recap, Sea Air is quite a soft, interesting fragrance. It's got base notes of sandalwood, so that might come out more when it's burning. A very sweet floral, but something different, which is great. Garden by the Sea and coastal living, lovely, fresh, seafaring, beautiful scent. So quite pleased with these. And I'll be back with another review soon. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.